Just because I run a practice app and love using a practice app in my studio for my own organization, as well as my students organizing their own assignments, doesn't mean I'm against writing things on the student score and using post-it notes or sticky notes. In fact, I quite often type a more longhand, not very long, but in more detail, I'll type what they need to do in Vivid, but I will also abbreviate it on a post-it and stick it right there on their piece. Not all of my students use Vivid Practice to practice every single day. Sometimes their parent isn't there and that's the device they're supposed to use. Some parents don't want them on the device at all, although that's rare in my studio, it does happen, and different variations thereof. Some students just don't want to be on a screen when they're sitting at the piano every time. So I still want them to read their notes in Vivid, but I also often have a backup note on the student's piece. It doesn't replace them tracking their practice or following their full list in Vivid, but it does mean that I have a fail-safe, that if they're going to sit down and they are not bothered or not able to open the app that day, they're still going to see, okay, I'm supposed to clap the rhythm and then play the right hand and then play it hands together, or whatever they're supposed to do. And I often get them to tell me in their own words, especially if it's not quite something like that, but we've been talking about a technique or something like that. And I know they know how to do it, but I want them to tell me how they would remember it, what way they would describe it. It's often different than the words I would use, and that's what I write on the post-it to stick on their piece.